Istongo Jokayodega. Can y'all hear me? Okay. So, okay, Istongo Jokayodega. Did you make it through the night? Okay. And y'all should know that by now. So, but I'll be saying it every day because that's how we greet people. Istongo Jokayodega. Istongo Jokayodega. That's more than if there was 10 people on here, that's what I would say. Istongo Jokayodega. So, okay. Now, tomorrow, we're not going to have class tomorrow because tomorrow is Good Friday. So we won't have class because we'll be out. The nation will be shut down. So, but tomorrow is Good Friday. And they used to call that now. I want y'all to listen. Ahuchkanikta. Ahuchkanikta. And Good Friday, you can't say Good Friday, but what my family, now this is what my family called it, was Planting Day. Ahuchkanikta is Planting Day. Good Friday. And they say that's when you're supposed to plant stuff. And my grandma, she had her garden ready to go, and she'd say, Ahuchkanikta. We always had to be ready and early in the morning too, and it'd still be kind of chilly out. But we would have to go out to the garden, and we would, start. And of course, I guess we were all going to eat it, so all of us was crawling around in that dirt, crawling around, and she had rules for the garden. She wouldn't let us eat anything or take anything to drink or eat in the garden. If we was going to eat, we had to come out of the garden. So she wouldn't let us go in with like something in our hands to eat. She wouldn't let us go in there. And she used to say, you're not supposed to take anything that you're eating in there. So we couldn't do that. So we had, if we were got hungry, we had to go all the way back to her house, grab us something to eat, but we couldn't take it inside the garden. We had to leave it, we couldn't go in eating something. We had to stay out, finish eating, then go back in. But they call it Ahuchka Nikta, and Ahuchka is planting day. And so that's what we called it, Ahuchka Nikta. So Good Friday is Ahuchka Nikta, so y'all remember that now. Ahuchka Nikta. You can't say Good Friday, but that's planting day for our people, so that's what she used to plant. All right. Here we go, guys. We're starting back over on this, okay? We're starting back over on this because this is something that we have to, even the one that learns how to read, this is what is, and I got the sentences started. Believe me, I got the sentences started. But I had to go to Norman Tuesday. And I'll tell you a little bit about Norman. It's called the Language Fair, and it's done by the OU, like a language department there. And yes, the first day that we went to judge, we're judges, I'm a judge, and I judged Choctaw, Cherokee, any tribe, even Navajo tribe. And you have to listen real good and pay attention to the other tribes' language, because we don't know whether they're pronouncing it right, but we look for like no pauses, no any of that. We have to, and they have to be just all the way through. And I want to tell you, there was some very impressive kids there. There was a Pawnee High School group, and being 1,000 students, we were like fleas at the cultural department at OU. And they did the Thriller by Michael Jackson in their language. And I thought that was interesting.
That is cool.
Yeah, it is. And you know,
Yeah.
the kids, they come out just to dancing, you know, and doing Thriller and you know, and putting that song, a modern song, into language is very hard. Now, it is for the Mvskoke language. You know, we've tried different things and it's hard to do it, but they did. And I mean, it was nice.
Cool.
Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Okay. So, and then there was another group, and I think it's I want to say it was Pawnee too. They did Eye of the Dragon.
Dragon.
That was good. And you know, for these kids to do that, and you know, I didn't care. They're all in the same situation we are, is what they were saying, that, you know, language is going away. And we're part of that. And so when I see these kids doing all this, it really made my heart, you know, happy to see even little ones, because the first day was preschool. Pre-K through 3rd or 4th grade. They were really good little, you know, to see them speaking and using their language was one thing, you know. And these little Pawnees really impressed me to put Thriller and Eye of the Dragon in their language and sing it. Just sing it. I mean, they were singing out, and I really got I was really, you know, impressed with that. And you know, with the Mvskoke language, it's kind of hard. And maybe it is with every language, because you know, the songs, our words are not meant, you know, I guess, to be sung, which we got Creek hymns, we got the Mvskoke hymns, but to do that, you know, that was you know, because we did a couple of songs and it seemed like it came out in the same tune, you know, same tune. And it was hard to do. And unless maybe you're a songwriter or something, but boy, I tell you, these kids were competing now. They were after that trophy and those little necklaces they had. And that was just so cute to see, because I see little pre-Ks in their traditional dress, and they had their little speech going, and you know, and I thought, well, there is hope, because some of these were 5 and 6 years old, maybe 4. That was really impressive. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to ask y'all this: what do you want to go over? Okay, I'm wondering if y'all got ma and ya down. Ma is that, ya is this. Okay? And doa and doa. Doa is it? Doa is a question of is it. D is a question. And if we need to go back over this, we will, due to the fact that we can't. This is where some of these words come in, and you need to, you know, like this. Here or yeah is this. You know, here, this. The words here, dos, or here. I don't speak that way. I speak here. Dos. I put dos at the end, but some of them says, now listen, here, set, like this.
It's an object, right? That makes sense.
Jogat, like this. Jogat, they put the T at the end. And I don't. I put it like dos. I say here, jogados. So, but either way, it's correct. Either way, you say it. It's understood and correct, and you know, it's the right way of saying it. So has anybody what do y'all have to say on that? Can we pass that up or do we need to go back over it? Cause you
No,
know
it
what,
makes sense.
you know, this is how. We use, and you know, like I said before, ma. It don't sound like much when you say it and into the English language, compared to the English language, ma. But it means that. You know, and this is where my interest came in when I thought, we use ma a lot. We use it a lot as speakers. But you know, when you think about it, ma sounds just real short. Don't sound like much.
Ma.
But in our language, it means that. That cat, my bullshit. My bullshit. My bullshit. You know, it's this is where things really, you know, or Mvskoke. Here, unhissed, dos. Or you can say here, unhissed, os. This is my friend. Here is this, so you say, this is my friend. Here. And you know, like I said, as a speaker, we never know how much we use these words until it's like this. And then we realize, oh yeah, we do use them. And then paying attention to how I started slowing down my speaking, and I kind of think about what I'm saying. Yeah, my in the work. Yama, Yama means right here. Yama. That's right. You're right. Yama. In the work. Okay, what are you trying to say? Yama is, we say that Yama is like right here, Yama. Right here. Yama. So, you know, here from we can go. Yeah, Yaman. Here we can go from here. Actually, saying we can go from here. Yaman allegedly the bees. So you would say Yaman allegedly. Allegedly means we start here and go. Abis. You know, Yaman, Yama. That's right, that Yama. See, that reminded me there is a word called Yama. I use it, but never think about it. Mado, guys, Mado. So, you know, it's just having these. Da is a word. It don't mean much in English, but da, mada. See, that's using this, mada. How about that? Da means how about that? And see, it don't sound like much. Da. Another small word, da, is very, what about this? What about that? Yada, mada.
Yeah, Mvhayv.
Yeah.
One night we went, I guess one of the last times that we got to go looking at Christmas lights in Mvskoke. My mother and my sisters were, the four of us were out looking at Christmas lights. And Grandma was with us too at that time. And so she's sitting over there and she says, yada, you know, and so we would look to the left or look to the right, you know, looking at the lights and everything. And so my daughter was in there with us also. And she was like, what is this yada? And I said, well, just a signal that they want you to look at something this way. And so she was sitting back there, and then pretty soon she goes, let's see, Grandma, yada to the left, yada to the right. So it was kind of funny, but you know, she got the hang of that yada, you know.
And it don't, in the English language, if you say yada, yada, it don't, it's just gibberish, I guess you could say. Ma, yeah, to the English, to a world that's not ours, is gibberish. But to us, now look what it means. Da means what about this? When you put here da, you say, what about this? Because here is this. But mada, what about that? So that is ma, and what about? So see, like the other day, I say that at home a lot, which I never really paid attention to it. And my little grandson was outside, and I told him, I said, mother, and he said, monks, because we was picking up trash, and it was real windy too, but he was wanting to go outside, and so I went out there with him just to see what he was going to do, because it was so windy, and it was blowing their toys around, and I was picking them up, pile them up, because my plan is they got toys out there that's just trash to me, but they do something with them. And I was piling up, and I thought, I'm going to load these up and I'm going to dump them, because they're not good shape. They just do little odd things with them. And so I was picking it up, and he asked me what I was going to do. And I told him in English what I was going to do. And so he started going around too, picking them up. And I said, Maga, I wanted to know, how about that? He said, monks. And I said, why? See, I said, why? He said, because we stand this and do this with the cars. See, but he knew what mada meant. And I didn't know that. And these kids are really shocking me from one deal to another, because yesterday we were eating, and I said, Malena, my little second granddaughter that lives with me, I said, she was eating, and I said, Jifa did jump. And I asked her, did you get full? And she shook her head yes, and just walked off. I don't know if she understood me, or if what? I said, Jifa just jump. And she shook her head yes, and just walked off. And I wondered, and I saw me and my husband was sitting there, and I asked him, I said, you think she understood what I said? He goes, ask her. And I said, I don't want to ask her, because I'm afraid that might give her a like a questionable, something that she's learned and she hasn't done it. And that's why I tell you, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid. A lot of people say, that ain't right. I just say, let me correct you. Because that can deter somebody that's learning. It's like, well, I can never get it right. But you know what? I myself will mispronounce words, and I myself will make mistakes, even speaking English. I myself will make mistakes speaking Mvskoke, and I will have to ask questions. I'll say, how would you say this, in Mvskoke, and I had a word, sovereignty. Sovereignty. Somebody asked, what is sovereignty in the Mvskoke language? And I asked somebody else, and of course they're busy. But then I thought, you know what? I'm going to look up the English word for sovereignty. And that it might not be the right word, but it's close enough, I believe. So I said, because it says domain, it's a self-governing. So they was wanting the Mvskoke word for sovereignty. I didn't know that, so I started looking it up in English and just put it into that. Which, whether it's right or not, I'll never know. So don't be afraid to make that mistake because, like I said, that might not even be right. Somebody may correct me, but that's okay because I would want to know what sovereignty is in the Mvskoke language. I want to know because I've never heard it. All I've, ever heard was, and I don't even know if they were talking about sovereignty, but they would say Mvskoke in Chida. And I don't even know they meant sovereignty. I don't know that, but I just used it as that. Okay. Now remember now, is this a pen? Here is shortjetskat or. Is shortjetskat or. But I speak here is shortjetskat. Doa, I separate this right here. I separate this right there. Here is shortjetskat. This is a short way, just put D. And it's understood. Here nagidoa. Hear that tone now. Here nagidoa. But you can say here nagit owa. Because this is blood sound and this is long. Ah. So you would say nagidoa. What is this? The long way. And then here nagidi. Here nagidi. What's this? Okay. I know here's that duh. What about this? Duh. Listen to you, when you say duh, it don't mean like much. It seems like gibberish. Muh, duh, here. Now listen to these words. Here, muh, duh. Di, do, wa, dos. And if you really listen to what I'm saying now, muh, duh, here, dos, doa, doa, gibberish. But in our language, it means, how about that? How about this? That, this? It means words. It's got words, but they're sounds. They're sounds. That's why I push sounds. It is sounds. But listen to yes. Listen to it. It's gibberish. But to us, it's yes. See how this language is so it's interesting. It's something that and we come from very intelligent people. Intelligence is, and the mound, if y'all look at the mound and study the mound in Georgia that they made, it's in perfect geometrical size. All sides are even. How did they do that without modern techniques? I'm going to talk about your intelligence today like this. Our intelligence as Mvskoke people, we were considered as savages and unintelligent, less than humans. But then we got nagidi, nagid, mada. And the mound, there it's perfect. How can you do that in a world that had no modern technology? No measuring tapes? No, nothing to say, okay, this looks even. Oh, I didn't, it looks good. Might be a little bit short on this side, but that's okay. It was in perfect geometrical formation. All sides were even. And when I look at this stuff, how did they do that? How did they do that? Right now, I have to use a measuring tape to see what size my windows are to put curtains up, and then redo it. I have to use a yardstick. And when I'm putting, I have to use some kind of measuring mechanism to do little things now at home, not big things. Sewing, I have to use a measuring tape. But to make a mound that large and be even, that just throws that goes beyond my thinking. That goes beyond what I believe that our people were, what we were. And we come from those people, guys. If you are standing and if your family was in Oklahoma, standing on Oklahoma soil, your family came from Georgia and Alabama. They came from there. That was their homelands. And I call it my homelands. Because that is my actual home. It's where my family came from. That's where I originated from. That's where I originated from. Okay, so any questions on that, or your thoughts? Okay, I'm going to share Easter with you. Easter, we don't have a word for Easter. Some people called it Dostak Hoboga Nitta. Egg cutting day. Not hunting, but looking for day. Egg looking for day. Dostak Hoboga. Dostagi is eggs. Hoboga is to look. Okay? To look for it. And nitta is day. Dostak Hoboga Nitta. Dostagi Hoboga Nitta. Is to look for egg day. But it's, to me, it's and some call it Agawapka Nitta. Agawapka means to rise. Who do you think that is? Christ rose. Agawapka means to rise. Agawapka Nitta. I've heard, different ways of saying that. And it's understood, because here comes situation and environment. When it's getting close to Easter, if they say Agawapka Nitta Otibahandos, it's about time for Rising Day. It's going to be, it's automatically means Christ. But if they say Justagi Hoboga Nitta, Hoboga means to look for. So it's almost looking for egg day. So any questions so far? Okay, now I want y'all to listen to this part right here. I want y'all to hear right here, hear the tones. Okay, I want y'all to hear the tone. It says here nagidoa or here nagitoa. Wagadoa. Okay, listen now. Nagidoa and Wagadoa. This is long. And it doesn't make any difference, guys. It's just that when you ask, like you put a tone to it, like in an expression, and I'm going to do those expressions here as we go along now. Like, hey, look, okay. This Nagadua is like being like you're questioning yourself and everybody else. Nagadua. But this one is like asking direct. Nagadua. Because this one is ending in ah, and this is ending in okay? But the way I speak, I would separate this. Nagadua and Nagadua and Nagadua. Here it's Nugget Owa. Now, am I confusing you with this right here? That's what I want to know. I want y'all to know that this is put at the end and this is separated. And it doesn't, I separate mine from the E and the D. Ella, can you get that? Is that understood to you?
Mm-hmm.
Because there, I speak Nagidowa.
Mhm.
I don't put Nagit Owa. I say
Mhm.
Nagitwa. And then over here I say Waga Dowa. I
Mhm.
separate the Dowa and the Waga. I
Mhm.
separate,
I think we talked about that before when we said that, because that's what always confused me when I would say it, see it like this, where you have your cursor right now, where that T is over there by the E instead of the O. Yeah. And so that's what was confusing me before, because in trying to learn how to read it, I'm trying to say it with that duh, like it's kind of like naked, duh. But after you explained that to me, I thought, no, wait a minute. So we can put it back over there by the O instead, the way we talk.
Yeah.
And like I was telling somebody else the other day, we were talking, and I said, that's one of the things that I appreciate about this class, that we're not critical of each other. And because I've had people, criticize me because but they don't talk, they're not fluent, and yet they're trying to tell me how to say it the right way. And "Tubunja mo in Bonaye do a maro. Hayu in you Bonaye don't do sketch." And they just kind of looked at me like, what? And I said, that's the way my grandma talked. And so that's why I talk the way I do. And but I appreciate that, you let me talk and say things the way that I've been taught. And just like I hope you don't feel like I criticize you, in trying to share how I learned, so I appreciate that.
Well, everybody learns the way they were spoken to. Like I said before, in the dictionary it says "oh hombida," "oh hombida," but I guess maybe the Hannah area where we're from, we say "ok," got the "ok" in there, "ok hombida," and some people says "oh hombida." So see, there's a little difference there. We just, it's both right. If somebody come up to me and said, "oh hombida," know what it is. And I'm sure a speaker, if I went up to them and said, "oh hombida," you can hear the key in there, but that's how we're spoken, and that's where, but it's understood. Everybody understands what you're trying to say, so they don't say nothing. And that's for that. And when the people get critical, students tend to get, especially new speakers, they tend to shy away. And we don't want that. We don't want that. And I'll tell my students, if you don't be afraid to make a mistake, because that's what I'm here for. I will not say, hey, you can say that right, but I'll say, can you say it this way? Can you, what are you trying to say? And I can say it for you, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to teach you. So, like I said right here, I don't speak this way either. That put the D here. I separate these two, and they're not. That's just the way you were taught. So how you're taught is how you speak. And like this, look at there. Okay, we're learning words as we go along too. So Dolosi is what? Chicken. You got your vocabulary right here. You got your Dolosi. Dolos in Honanwa is a rooster. I got sentences for these. I'm writing them, but it's just having, and you know, I had to do a lot of thinking on this right here. It made me think too, because I can speak it, but now to write it in sentences, it was like, whoa, hang on a minute, you know. I was getting, I would sit there kind of tapping my paper on my pencil on my paper, because I'm like, you know what, I can speak this, but what is this, you know? It was kind of, it was challenging. I'm still on it now. I just haven't typed it up. I got 2 pages so far. Here yoga. This book. Majoga. That book. And you can remember, I got all this. I say here. I even got this is my mother. That is my mother. This is my father. That is my father. See, you can use those just by using the Judgki. This my mother. Majutski dos. See? Okay, right here's a sentence like this book is read, follow the pattern below. And like I said, I put dos. Okay, noun phrase, the adjective, the or I put these 2 together. Remember that. Dos. Here, this book is read. I would say here joga dos. Oh, here joga jadi. But this has got. I just say jadi dos. Here joga jadi dos. Okay. Okay, right here. Is this a black? Is that a black pen? Remember, is that? Ma isocheka. Lastidua. Ma isocheka lastide. Short way. And see how we speak. This is more formal right here, the long way. And you know, I told people we've cut up the language anyway, because we shorten things. Like I said, I chopped up Osofsky, and my mom, you know, really chopped me up too to a point. But you know, that's how I learned. My brother used to say, butter, and he would say, that's how he would say it. And I could never say hummingbird. I don't know how many times she tried to teach me to say hummingbird. I couldn't say it. I get tongue tied. Okay. Now, right over here. Majoga Lusty, that black book. Here, if I don't get this song. See, look here, here's some mountain. This is something you need to learn too. Bucky is large or big. Like if a hockey, big dog. If a chorkoshi, look here, chorkoshi, little bitty dog. Mojashi, Arami Mojashi, Arami Liski, Ashijambi, sweet tea, Ashijambi. Homidos, Homi is bitter. Homoji, Homidos. Homajadi, Homidos. Homajadi is red pepper. Hey, Ficta, Heyidos. Ficta, Heyidos. Outside is hot. Ficta, this was yesterday. Gashapidos. You can say Ficta, Gashapi, but if you really want to put emphasis in saying this reason, Gashapidos. Hear my tongue? Just that tone saying, I can say Gasapi as in cold, but just using the tone, Gashapidos, is saying it's freezing out there. Bambi, this is what I use on my grandkids a lot. I'll say, Chifambidos, go take a shower. Aglobus. And when they were smaller, I say, Chifambidos. I say, you're stinky. And they would say, I'm not stink, I'm not stink. Because they couldn't speak, they wasn't speaking English very good. And that one would say, I'm not stink, I'm not the, because I'd say chifambidos. And my husband called our oldest grandbaby Baby Fun. He named her Baby Fun. It says Baby Fun. And she grew up with that. And when she found, when as she got older and we kept saying Fumby to her, she said, y'all better quit calling me Baby Fun. He called her my little Stinky. Baby Stinky. An adjective can be used within a noun phrase to modify a noun. Majogalusty. Okay, see this adjective. Is the majogalusty, that black book. Here, if a drupki, this small dog. Notice the placement of an adjective. These noun phrases can be used in sentences. Yeah, yet ishojechka lusty doa. See, I don't speak like this. I would say, yet ishojechka lusty doa, but this says lusty oa. Is this a black pen? Now look here. One, is that pen black? Is this pen black? Okay. Okay. There you go. Is that a black pen? Ma lusty, ma isocheshka. Look at there, it's right backwards, isn't it? Is that a black pen big? And they say we speak backwards, but I got my boss said, we don't speak backwards. Be careful not to confuse sentences like yet. Isklochechka lusty os. This is the black pen. Here we go. And yeah, isochechka lusty dos. This pen is black. This is a black pen, and this pen is black. This is what we need to learn too, right here. The first identifies something as a black pen. The second identifies a pen as black. Often there is a pause after the subject, okay? So, yeah, isochechka lusty dos. But look here. Yet, isochechka lusty dos. This is a black pen, and this pen is black. Yeah. Sochechka lusty dos. Yet isochechka lusty dos. This is a black pen, and this says, yeah, yet, and yeah changes the meaning of what you're trying to say, okay? So, if I say yet, Porsi lusty dos. This is saying this cat is black. This is a cat, this is a black cat, is what I'm trying to say. I'm getting tongue-tied. Yet, Porsi lusty dos. This is a black cat. But if I say, yeah, Porsi lusty dos, I'm saying this pen is black. I mean, this cat is black. Okay, any confusion right there? This is the part, y'all need to go through this right here. Okay? Go through this and pick that up. Try to get this in your head right here is this, and I'm getting confused here. I'm like saying it in different way. And it's even hard for me just to do this. Yet ispotechka lusty dos. This is a black pen. But right here, yeah, isochechka lusty dos. This pen is black. Any confusion there? Yet changes that. Over here, yeah, changes that. Yet this is a. Over here, yeah, is this pen is. Okay, this is. Any questions on that? I don't want you confused, because if we have to go back over this, we're going to go back over it. Okay, and we'll go back over these as we go along. Nagidoa, it says, look here, here and hissi, mojasi dos. Mojasi means this is my new friend. Here. Anhisi Mojeshi dos. Mojeshi means friend. I mean, new. Means new. Mojeshi, so this is saying, this is my new friend. This is my new friend. Oh, but you think it's a person. But look here. Nagidoa. Ifados. His new friend is a dog. His new friend is a dog. And you know, okay. In hissy can mean any kind of friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, a dog, a friend. And he said, what is it? They said, it's a dog. And he goes, is it big? Fakidi, look here. D, fakidi. Means, is it big? Monstrukidos. No, it's small. Ifadrukidos. It's a small dog. Any question? And I'm gonna have some more speakers in here soon, so you know, so y'all can, and I hope y'all enjoy that. Just see people speaking normal. Just see people speaking normal. But that's how our communication was at one time. And I'd love to get back to that communication. Being able to communicate with our people like that. And some of them, sometimes we'll put English in there and they call that chiloke. Look here. Connect the opposites. Oh, we got opposites. Did y'all know that? We got opposites, just like English. Thakki. What's the opposite of thakki? Chukki. Lusty.
Hatki.
Hatki. Very good. What about thakki? Chukki. Kasappi. There you go. Liski.
Majazi.
Majazi. Very good. Very good. Jambi. Jambi is sweet. So what is the opposite of sweet? Sour. So it would be gamokshi. Gamokshi. Okay. Gamokshi. Jambi is sweet and gamokshi is sour. Okay. And here we go. An adjective to modify the noun. Mabozi jukki. Okay, that cat right there. But right here, that small cat, jukki is small. So it's saying right here, the adjective modifies the noun. Yajoga, this paper. Maisojechka. Okay, look here. Okay, this is going into speaking now. Joga, doa. Let's do doa. Joga doa. Okay, listen. You would say, ya joga lusty doa. Is this paper black? But you can also say, ya joga lusty doa. Is this paper black? It's just almost, and we're gonna get into this later, but I'm just trying to show you what we're gonna get into. Now look here. We're going here. Julie? This is what's coming. This is what's coming. Look here. Jimmy is you. Emi is he or she. For me is we. Look here, pronouns, ani, I, she, me, you, he, me, he or she, for me, me. This is coming. Look here, she, me, da. So this is, if y'all got this, I would be going over it just to be looking at and being knowing what's coming next. It says, am I? Oya. Are you? Unska. He or she, it. Oa. Are we? Oya. Are you all? Owatska. I got a lot more. Look here. Look at this. This is something we need to learn right here. And I'm just going to go over it right here. Car is Adami. Boat is Bitho. Now, remember that word Bitho. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. It's on that same link we had, and Jordan's in charge of all these links, and it's just she can, I'll have her contact you. Okay, look here. Bitho is boat. Bitho damga. Damga means flies. It flies. Damga. Bitho damga means it flies. So what does it say in boat flyer? Truck is ishchonichka. And you know, truck, there's no word for it. So this is saying a mover. Ishchonichka means it moves things. So you load it up, move it, don't you, with a truck? You load it up, move things with it. Ishchonichka. This is what this means, is something you move with. And that means like moving into a house, moving out of a house, moving this trash over to that place, moving things. Ishchonichka. Moving it. Road is nini. House is jugo. Hat or a cat. Gadaboga. Gabodoga. Okay, here's one right here that we use every day too. Honna is a dress. Hadik bega. Hadik bega is pants. Gaba is coat. Stilly bega is shoes. Okay, when we cut this off, it usually is stilly bega, is stilly bega, but this is stilly bega. And all it is saying, Istili is a person's leg or a foot. Bega means it goes in some. It's descriptive bega. Istili bega. It's a descriptive word. Thing, nagi. Everything, not umalga. So I tell my kids, not umalga and humbas. I'll tell them, eat everything on the table. I want them to try it. And you know, my friend brought me some softy corn yesterday, so we're gonna have some softies for Easter. We're gonna have softy for Easter. So, and my grandkids, they love a softy. That's what I'm gonna cook. Stilly bega. That's the saying something your foot or leg goes into. I got more pages. I didn't download all of them. Okay, look here.
Mvhayv, aboka oje.
Nah, again.
If you look up there, okay, so it's got pronouns for ani, chini. You know, they usually don't list a pronoun for y'all, okay, for plural of you. Can you consider that chinidagi would be y'all? Is that used much or?
Well, you know, y'all. We say amigos. And that means y'all, that's a group. Amigos, like y'all go.
Yeah,
You
I know in the verb you can figure it out. I just wondered if the
But
pronoun.
like, y'all. Like, give me an example. Like, what would you want to say, y'all? Y'all what?
Chimidagi? Can you say chimidagi? Would that even make sense if you said that?
You
Or
know,
people look at you weird.
Jimmy Dubby. It's actually pronounced Jimmy Dubby.
Chimidagi, yeah.
Jimmy Dubby. No, I don't think so. So, okay, this is where situation and stuff comes in. So, say, what would you actually want to say in English using y'all?
Yeah, I guess you say where y'all going, and then it would just be the verb,
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the only way. Like, if you say y'all eat homebox, that's a group. If y'all say, yeah, if y'all say like y'all going, y'all go, a bix. See, it's verb and it's got that. Y'all go. A bix. And if y'all say pick one knocks, y'all stop, y'all stop hollering. She likes she got wake ups. There's that y'all that's eating wake ups. All right. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Okay, Mado.
It's Jaliska, a whole term for car. Exactly. It is. Good job. They used to call it a wagon. Jaliska is more like a wagon, but it's Jaliska. It rolls. Jalida means it rolls. It rolls, and it used to be like for a buckboard, or even a wagon. Now, what we used to call it, and I'm saying this now from my family, a car used to be called Napolika. Some that rolls or some that runs, Napolika. That's good though. Ishchalichka. Yeah, they did say that. Ishchalichka. They did. But it's actually for buckboard, but a car is like that rolls.
Yeah.
So it's right. Yeah, you're right. Good job. And right here it says Chimida. Look here, there's that duck. How about you? Chimida, because Chimi is you, okay? Right here, Chimi is you. Chimida, how about you? How about right here? Because there's dust there, isn't there? Chinda. Okay, here's one that we use. They say Istungo. Chinda. Chinda. And you? How about you? Chinda. They'll say Istungo. And they'll say Chinda. How about you? This is where this comes in, guys. Any questions? Hasiskitkoji. Hasiskitkoji is small clock saying Pokolin. Amahoskis. And today I'm just kind of going through all kinds of things here just to get y'all into this. Okay, look here. West, I am. Humbadaha, do west. This is where that door comes in. Do west, I am. Okay. I am a teacher. Mahaya do west. They say Mahaya do west, but I say Mahaya do west. Okay. And I say Jogati, we are students. Okay. Any questions so far? Today has just been one of those days that it was short, holidays coming up. Today was like going over these things, and I got a lot more to go with this. I'm going to take this. Look at there.
Mahaya. Ovonangin Chabosi Ramona very much. Nago Jin Otto Ashmagen and Jostagi Hoboyeran Jovid Allergies at Ido Schmagido and much. Momandon Onago Jin Gazi do it.
Really? You need to tell it.
It's Amiri Hoski don't know what, but Jovid Hosti duck leg, you know what? Fit tonight yet, Naggin Stoi donat. It's a handoash market. Or sadidos mark. Delogeman nakdoa. Nest man oklegidon. Jostagiman agidiji oklegen. Moes Latwit. Hombera handoash don ayan. Jovit Jostagimal and I'm going to say hid them more on more it delivers a log and hits it Ikidawadis Mahogan Mon Delosion Agidiji Legi Bangesawan Legi Benawan Umolgan Jostag and Hoboyet back in the nest and Hada Okleget is on Hada Latwit Iova and Hada Jovit Jostag Mulganman I don't want to say hid Stewie Magagidi hid the eggs.
Hid the eggs, Jostag Ikadis.
Ikadis, yeah. So that's how it started. So mamuin aledi jadirandos dostagi hoboida.
Oh wow, that's cool. And a nest is Puhyaga.
What's that?
Naga.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But a zoologin mamuin magagi doing much magit amunai doing madis.
You know, my grandkids, you know, they think of it as, you know, trophy. And my husband says, boy, if I find a trophy on the road, I'm going to have it for dinner. Okay, you doing? And those kids will say, no, because trophy got eggs. That's what they say. So maybe they, you know, that story is the way it is. Look here. All these things here. That's what we're going to learn. And there's more. There's 50 pages. I got 50 pages coming. This is just what we're going to do here. 37 of them. We're coming on, but this is 50 pages to go to. So it's a lot of learning, guys. But we're going to, and I'm going to go with, you know, we're just going to take it slow. And y'all gonna learn this, and like some of you, just like y'all speaking. I see some of them already speaking. And I'm like, oh wow, you know, look here, Dogo. Say not with a noun, Dogo. This is not a book. Dogo. Isn't this a book? Or Dogo. This is not a book. Dogo. And listen to that. Dogo. Guys, y'all have a good Ishtoshtakobuga. Nick and Oze. Yagadize. Yajaid, Followagatse. Has a skid Kadutsina, we any videos. It's past 3 minutes, so I'm going to be, hello guys, and I want y'all to let me know now. Is this going to help? And if y'all's learning from this, I like to hear y'all speaking, you know, and coming on. And like right now, all I can see is Sandra, you did real good with that. And I just, you know, this tells me, you know, this is I am learning. Today was very good. Because today was just kind of like going over things, you know, just letting you just spot learning is what I call it. Just going here and there, you know, because sometimes when you keep going over the same thing, it's a little bit boring. And they'll say, well, I know this. And that's why, you know, look here, jump in my heap. There you go, Ella. Jump in my heap. He means very serious. Most of people, this
Mother yes.
Good. All right. Yes, it does. So let's have a, just talk more in it, and he didn't know that, and, Monday in Hayatkat, in Harijiska, in Hayatkat, Hijagatis. Oh, I know, Iada, you look at see, Mado,
Mado, Mado.
Mado, Mado. There you go, Thor, that's the one.